Within modern society, both nationally and globally, the use of technology has skyrocketed. From our homes, our phones, and even our cars, we are all connected. New devices are introduced nearly every year, each with an increasing amount of features designed to make our lives easier. With this pervasiveness of technology, internet users are able to privately view any topic online at any time. However, internet freedom could be halted if governments and corporations continue on their current path. A study by the OpenNet Initiative has found that more than 500 million of all internet users worldwide are currently being censored. We simply cannot afford to lose our rights. Governments and corporations have no right to censor or monitor our activities. As the internet continues to expand in size and use, more organizations want users to be under their control, shaping users' internet interactions for corporate interests. ISPs have begun using a graduated response program. This program would allow any copyright holder to accuse the user of copyright infringement and, instead of proving that an infringement occurred, require that user to prove their innocence. In this program, the user is given notifications each time there is an infringement reported, with varying warnings and reprimands, including a redirection to a page where the user is educated on piracy and must electronically sign that they have read and understand the information. After 3 separate notifications, the user has to go through a process of paying fees to their ISP to dispute the claims. Even if a wrongful accusation has been made, the ISP can still refuse the user's dispute and slow their bandwidth speed or end their service altogether. The bills proposed to Congress are presented as a way to keep citizens safe online by protecting them from cyber terrorism and criminal activity, but these would ultimately infringe upon users' rights and allow governmental control, thus giving more power to the government. Some users are already allowing their information to be databased, and they're sharing that information willingly. Facebook has 500 million users, which is equivalent to 1 in every 13 people on Earth. With the amount of users logging into Facebook and sharing their ideas, thoughts, and locations, this huge data pool has been created. Users post their addresses, phone numbers, and other vital information for anyone to view. Users are unthinkingly destroying their privacy by sharing personal information on these sites. There's already been censorship going on in the rest of the world too. On January 27, 2011, in an effort to quell the anti-regime protests that were being organized on Facebook, the Egyptian government shut off all internet access to the country. This was achieved by government agencies threatening ISPs and forcing them to shut down. China's internet connection is already in the stranglehold of the government, with historical events, political criticism, and religion being censored and edited online. Information about the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989 is non-existent on the internet in China. Instead, sites are censored to only display information on the architecture of the square, obscuring completely what happened there. It's frightening to think that a government can dictate when and where citizens are allowed to use the internet. A similar situation could happen in the United States if users do not maintain their privacy. However, to avoid censorship, a technology called the MeshNet has been created. There's already a MeshNet in use in Vienna, Austria. Users install wireless routers on the rooftops of local buildings. There's no charge or fee to join. All users are equal because it's the people's internet. Hoping to create such a network for the entire U.S., the creator of the MeshNet plan, Chris Breezy, explained to me that the MeshNet plan is all about taking power over the internet, taking power from the corporations and letting individuals protect their own freedoms. Technologically, a MeshNet differs from the current internet, where instead of having a few corporate lines that are monitored by governments and agencies, this system connects person to person directly via Wi-Fi and other techniques. This cuts out corporations and governments entirely and allows for free private communication. With users connecting to each other through wireless routers, over the air and without the use of cables and wires owned by internet service providers, there's no way for a government entity to shut a MeshNet down. If one node is taken down, a node is the wireless routers, computers that all make up the MeshNet. If one node is taken down, the data traffic will route around that removed node, continuing to its destination. A nationwide mesh net would be the dawn of a new internet, one ungoverned by power-hungry groups, but rather owned by the people who built it. As humans interface on the internet with greater frequency than ever before, the chance of privacy loss is greater as well. Huge corporations and government offices want to keep track of our online activities, and in doing so are violating our privacy rights. We cannot lose our online rights. If we allow this invasion to continue, who's to say what these entities will take away from us next? Thank you.